What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Doors of Insanity. This is kind of a card battling deck builder with a little bit of kind of like a dungeon crawling flair to it as well. The game's got a really cool animation style. I actually really dig it. It's got kind of like a Felix the Cat type thing going on as you get further and further on in. So today we're going to spend about 25 minutes with the game, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. If after making that decision you wanted to look down below, in the description I'll have a link for you so that you can check that on out. Also, there will be a link to my Discord and all the fun stuff associated with my channel. There's a very good chance a lot of the time I end up playing a lot of these games more in depth on Twitch, just because, like, here we have 25 to 30 minutes to check it on out, and while sometimes that's enough to get like a proper image of what the game is or what it's trying to do, as many times as not, it's also not enough time, and so I like to kind of have backing VODs and things like that as well, where I play the game for 3 or 4 hours, and we really deep dive down on into it. So anyways, let's play the game. We got 25 minutes to kill. Let's see if this is something that you want for yourself. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is we gotta make our character. I'm actually pretty much okay with how he looks right now. I mean, part of me is sort of like, we gotta have like a little bit more. There we go. That guy's looking a little bit, or we go, this guy's got kind of like a roguish quality to him that I sort of dig. I don't know. This one right here, though, he got that Pretty Boy Floyd thing going on. I don't know if I want to go with like blonde hair, though. I'm not a blonde dude. We can go with black hair. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be down with that. What kind of like browns do we have on in here? We have like red browns and things. Okay, I'll probably go with that right there. That looks good to me. We're a dude, right? I'm just trying to make sure, man. I'm just trying to make sure that we're a dude. So, we have cards that we start on out with. They let you take what you want to take. My suggestion is that, like, we go with, like, a couple of these. Yeah, there you go. We go with, like, a couple of those right there. So, you know how at the beginning of Slay the Spire, you just get, like, a default deck? In this one, it lets you basically adjust the ratio of your default deck if you want to. But going with, like, 4 attacks, 4 protects, usually a pretty good idea. Power is pretty good. We'll go ahead and run 2 of those as well. It's going to allow us to buff up our damage and kind of like knock out enemies a little bit faster. And so now we've got to choose where we want to go to. You can also take a look at your backpack over here. Our character is going to have a bunch of equipment that we're going to be able to throw on and around. Everything in the game is kind of wonderfully animated. I haven't figured out whether or not the horse affects anything as we get further on into the game. The horse is there. I don't know if he does anything. I don't know. He just seems to be kind of like a backup horse. He's just there to kind of sing backup vocals, dance the same way that we're dancing to make us look professional, maybe. We'll just go with the middle door for right now. Swing that thing on open. It's going to be a normal battle that we've got to take care of. Okay, so we've got like a weird little demon over here. Ah, shit. This fiend wants to devour me. Wait a second. I have 6 mana in my purple orb. I better pick a card than use it on myself or an enemy. So yeah, this game kind of uses like a modified card system. So you may be noticing to yourself, like, yeah, we've got energy, we've got, like, defenses and stuff like that. We also have dice up here. These dice are kind of like wild cards, so every single turn you roll a die and you keep it. And I haven't actually investigated to see how many die you can save up. But basically, the die can be used to deal 2 times damage or give 2 times armor to yourself or the enemy, depending on what you want to do with it. So anyways, he's going to deal 21 damage. That means we got to run a protection right there. I'll probably actually run, like, another protection. So I'll probably do like 2 of those, and then we'll run a slash on him. One thing that I do like is that the game actually auto-plays the card when you click on it if there's only one enemy. You only have to drag and drop it onto the particular enemy that you want to attack if there's like an option there. But if it's like a 1v1 and you're not going up against anything else, you can just click the card and it auto-plays it, so that's pretty cool. This game also has a bit of like a Binding of Isaac bent to it as well. There are artifacts and things like that, but I guess there were artifacts and whatnot in Slay the Spire and in Monster Train and stuff like that too. In this one, oh no, I didn't get any defensive cards. That feels bad. We're about to get smote. Alright, well I'm just going to go in on this guy then and finish him off. I didn't realize we had 3 attacks. And then we do the glows of the Skittles. So we get to pick a card now. We've got Semi-Protected. It's a free card that allows us to get 9 armor. We've got Fire Wave, which deals 10 damage to everything on the field and lets us draw a card. Or we can get Drop Kick, which is 17 damage. Okay. I don't know. I'm not particularly married to like any of these cards. I suppose dealing damage to everything and strengthening up our draw is probably an okay idea. I'm probably going to build a big, fat, terrible, thicky deck this time around because, like, I just want to see more cards. I just want to play around with things and show off what the game has on offer so that you guys can make an educated decision. We'll go with the left door right here by no particular token whatsoever. We've got 2 enemies on this side, but I did draw Fire Wave, so that's pretty cool. And then it looks like I have enough protection to kind of soak this. Yeah, I'm just going to play that right there. We've got 1 left to go. I'll play that right there. If I really wanted to absorb all this damage, I've got to throw that out right there, too, and use one of my dice. Bit of a letdown. Wasn't really hoping to turtle like this on my first turn so aggressively. It's like only a matter of time. Reaches into bottomless sock and score a magical die. This is not your first magical die. This is like your 4th magical die, dude. We'll go ahead and we'll run a couple of these right here. And then I'm just going to keep playing the exact same strategy that I did last time. It's going to take us a little bit to whittle through this front guy until we can go, like, full-bore offense on these dudes. I do like that they have differentiating faces right there. If you look at these 2 mobs, they are effectively the same mob when it comes to capability, attack, and defense and stuff like that. But I do very much like the way that they've got different faces in between the mobs to sort of like make them stand out from one another. That's one of those little tiny details that I didn't even notice until I had played the game a little bit, but I do like that. We can go ahead and we can finish him off right now. We've still got protections up and ready to rock. I still have dice available to play as well, so this time around I'll probably go with a Fire Wave. And then I'll probably go with a power right here just to give myself a little bit of extra damage. I could throw out 8 damage right here, but I don't know if there's like particularly a point. We can just sit on those dice for as long as we want until we actively need them. And so sometimes I feel like I'm being a little bit cavalier or like unnecessarily aggressive when I play them early. And then later on down the line, I end up needing them very, very badly in order to get rid of like trickle damage or whatever. I'm like, no! It's a problem. We've got Lil Jimmy over here. I like Lil Jimmy. So in this game, unlike other card games, you can get pets in this game. And your pets are tied to your cards, and they all do various stuff. Some of them heal you. Some of them give you block. Some of them give you attack. Some of them will give you a buff every turn. But I like Lil Jimmy, so Lil Jimmy's coming with me. We also have the opportunity to get a new piece of gear. I'll probably go with the Simpleton Sword right there. All right, we found items. Mine now. I better open up my fanny pack. I mean satchel. And there's our satchel right there. It doesn't auto-equip the stuff that you get inside of your inventory, so make sure that you go on in there and do that. The attack, it basically just adds that on any card that deals damage. If you have defense on a card, it adds that onto any card that does defense, and then that's pretty much it. It's not that complicated of a system. We can go, it's random what we're getting either of these doors, so we'll just go for it for right now, and we'll just take whatever consequences come up. Sir Crapalot's Generosity. A fancy knight approaches you on a high horse. He raises his visor and winks an eye at you. The handsome gentleman says he feels generous after winning a jousting tournament and wants to share his riches with you. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Fine by me. If somebody wants to come around and give me free money, then I am exactly on that page with them. Money is good. Let's get that so that we can round out our build and have more stuff. All right. So we've got a couple of these little spheroid-looking dudes over here, and they both hit like trucks. Concerning. Very, very concerning. We are going to take 8 damage right here, and there's not a lot that I can do about that. But I do think it's a really, really good idea. I can get rid of a little of it right there, so only take 4 damage instead. If that had been a bigger dice roll, I think we would have been in better shape. But there's 4 damage out right there. They are coming at me with the fury of like 1,000 bad guys. So I'm going to put up what defense I have. Spoiler alert, it's not very much defense. We've summoned Little Jimmy. I don't know what he's throwing at them. I don't know if they're like poisonous berries. I don't know if they're like pool balls. I don't know, but Little Jimmy likes to throw stuff at people. It's what Little Jimmy does. So there you go. He does that randomly. We don't really control what he's going to attack. So, like, keep an eye on that. Like, use it to sort of, like, temper what your attacks are going to be. 21 and 24 going out. All right, I'll put out a Fire Wave. Why not? Little bit bummed out about how hard we're getting smacked right now. I would have very much liked to have not taken any damage at the moment. Oh, yeah, and did I mention your summon cards? You can use them as many times as you want. So the summon cards can actually kind of like spiral out of control pretty hard in this game. Like if you get like 9 of these guys all around you, there's like bow, 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 bow at the end of your turn. It's pretty sweet. There's 10 right there. I need 24. Well, there's 18. And look at that. We had the perfect amount of dice to make it work. Don't you just love it when Providence comes together and like makes the whole thing function? Don't you just love it, man? It adds up to the perfect amount that I needed. No complaints from me. All right. So, we've got a defensive card. We've got the chopsticks. That'll give us 18 shield, and then on top of that, we draw a die. We also have quick draw, which lets us pull 3 cards on out. I'm not particularly married to any of these. Like, I'm not a huge fan of any of them, so I think I'm just going to skip it. We've got a cute arming cap, or we can wear some Superman undies on the outside of our pants. Okay, I'm going to go with the arming cap real fast. Oh, nice. You? Ow! A bloody scripture. After taking first damage in combat, draw a card, or the warrior's necklace. I think I'm just going to go with the necklace right there. And these items do get added onto our character. As you can see on our portrait right there, he's wearing the necklace now. What the heck is that in the top left corner? I got an artifact. Yeah, there you go. And so it's going to line up all of our artifacts on that side. In addition, it looks like it auto-equipped our arming cap. That's like fine by me. The 2 extra defense will be greatly appreciated along with the extra HP. So we should be getting 22 out of each of our protect cards now, which is a banger. Let's go ahead and we'll go through that door on the right there. Okay, so we've got some skeletal dudes over here. I love the lighting effects, by the way, that seem to just like glow off of the characters. I don't know how they got that to work so well, but it looks great. We got to absorb a little bit right here. I'm going to summon little Jimmy, and then I'm going to slash this guy. I think I'm going to go after the Frog first, see if we can get rid of him. I got no energy left. I'm going to sit around and wait on my dice because if there's going to be a turn where these guys are going to line up, yeah, exactly, just like that, and attack at the same time, I feel like we're probably going to need it. So there's 30 right there. He's going to deal 20. He's going to deal 18, so we are going to have to use all of our dice right here, which is a bummer, but it will give me a chance to focus like all of my hate and all of my violence on that frog. Apparently he's a laser frog. He just tried to attack us with like a mouth Kamehameha wave. All right, I'm just going to go for all attacks right now because I feel like we've got an opening to do so, and that just makes it simpler. He's got a little protection right there. Okay, I'll throw up some protect and let little Jimmy do his thing. Like, at this point, we can full on, like, turtle as much as we want to turtle, and Jimmy will just take care of our damage for us. That's one of the reasons why I like Jimmy so much, is that he deals damage on turns where I can't deal damage. So what's not to love there? Summon Skittle Boy. Summon a helper, or is that his name, Skittle Boy? Okay, I thought it said Snottle Boy for a second. Summon a helper that applies 6 absorb at the end of every turn. Okay. The best of both worlds. We get 8 armor and 15 damage, and then you get a copy of that card added to your discard pile. Skittle costs 3. I don't know if I want to spend 3 on that. I could take another Jimmy. Let's take another Jimmy. We're going all in on Jimmy right now. The Forest Hunter's Gear. Well, considering we already have a weapon, let's take the armor instead. See if that'll get us patched up a little bit. How are we looking right now? Did it automatically equip it? It did. Yay! It's kind of weird. Like, this is kind of an odd game in the sense of, like, the artistic design, because, like, the main character, he strikes me as being, like, straight out of Adventure Quest, but then, like, the characters on the right, like the bad guys, they'll have kind of like a Felix the Cat, like, 1950s Looney Tunes thing going on. And I guess there's a little break in between those two ideas for me. This is not good. We're about to get smote. Luckily, they're not both attacking on this turn. Otherwise, we'd be having a super bad time, but I probably should have gambled and used the fire wave first to see if I could get the armor out. Yeah. Well, we're going to take a little damage right here, and it's not going to be fun, and we're not going to enjoy it. There might be some bleeding, some screaming, some perforated lungs and whatnot. What does that do? He puts 2 fragile on me? How dare you, sir? How dare you? I'm subbing up the double Jimmy. There you go. Double Jimmy will take care of this. The fragile's bad, though, because that means I'm going to take more damage. Yeah, and it automatically updates that in the tooltip. We're going to take a lot of damage right here. I kind of need to gamble on this one. I guess I finish him off right there. Yeah, that worked out okay. I'm going to hold on to my 6 die. 6 die are, like, ridiculously fortuitous, all right? That'll give me 12 damage, or it'll give me... Oh, no, it went down by 1. Oh, apparently, I guess maybe the longer you sit on it, the more it dissipates. Interesting. I'm pretty sure this guy's going to die on this turn anyways, so my Jimmy squad doesn't really need to be this robust. Oh, cool. We leveled up. Apparently, I'm a big boy now. We are level 2.0. All point iterations on the in-between have been dispelled. Let's see here. We've got double dash. So for 3 damage, we deal like 40-something. I don't know if that's a 7 or a 1. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't see anything else around that has a 1 or a 7 on it for me to, like, spot check. Yeah. It might be a 7 because it looks like right there it's got, like, the little serif at the bottom. I do like that idea, but conjure armor defense +2 for 2 turns. See, if that was, like, for the rest of the fight, I would consider it, but if it's only 2 turns, it's like, how much is an extra 4 defense going to really help, you know what I mean? I'll go with the double dash. I mean, we do need to start getting a few more defensive cards, though. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to make it. Hey, we got gloves right there. I don't have gloves yet, so I'll take them. All right, so are the gloves on? The gloves are indeed on. Good. I'm a little bit worried about our defensive stack at the moment. I feel like we're entirely too offensive right now. All right, so we got the double dash right there. Perfect. Protection right there, and then I only have 1 energy left, so I guess I'll throw up a power. Perfect. Yep, that's my turn. I don't have anything else to do. Alright, so I'm going to need some serious protect on this turn. I'm going to start getting the jimmies rolling. Because if there's one thing I love to do, it's rolling some jimmies. They're going to deal 41 damage. So I can throw that on me. I'm going to throw out the 12 damage right there real fast, just to do it. Good. Jimmy hit the right target. What's he doing right there? What does that do? It adds 1 power, so he's getting stronger. Okay. Well, let's go for a slash right there. He's only got 14 damage going out, so I can finish off right there, and then keep on throwing stuff. Jimmy's taking care of business out here. I don't have any defense on this turn, so I think we may have to fall back on the mercy of the die that we have. There you go. And then Jimmy's... Nope, they're not going to finish it off. They still got a few points outlying. Unfortunately, Jimmy's chuck ability is just not high enough to get it done. We'll finish him off stylish with the double dash, though. Let's see here. We can conjure some more armor. We can do a combat roll. We can get another little Jimmy. I think I'm just going to, like, relax on the picking up cards for right now. The Nerd's Mini Scimitar. We can also have a helmet called Johnny 2x4. Is it a mask or is it a helmet? I don't know. Throw it on. Maybe Johnny 2x4 will be helpful. Oh, it's a shield. Okay, that'll work then. So that explains. I was kind of wondering, like, why does it say that I'm gaining all these stats? But it had a face on it, so I thought it might be a tiki mask or something like that. Turns out it was not a tiki mask. Yeah, we can get our health back at the well. I think that's a good idea before we fight the boss, because the boss is coming up next, so I'm going to heal up. Apparently, he wants us to come and join him by drinking from the well. Oh, no, dude. It seems a little bubbly. I'm nervous about drinking anything that bubbly that isn't like a Pepsi, you know? Here comes the boss fight. Let's see what we got in front of us and if we can pull this thing on out. All right, so it's a big, terrifying demon thing. He's going to do a lot of damage. A huge, shocking amount of damage. 27 damage, to be more specific. However, since we got a fortuitous dice roll right there, I think we're good for right now. We'll go ahead and get him with the double slash. Oh, he's got 666 HP because he's a devil. So, you know, he's got the sign of the beast as his HP. See? Let's start stacking up jimmies here. I do think that is the principal strategy of this deck that we're currently running, is just that we can totally turtle and not really have to worry about much. I mean, we need a few more defensive cards because this keeps happening. He's doing 50 damage right there. Good lord. Okay, well, we'll do 35 damage times 2 right there, and then I guess give me a fire wave. Got another Jimmy coming out. Gonna play that as soon as possible. Another power and another slash. He's gonna put a poo in my deck. So in this game, you know how in Slay the Spire, there's like debuffs, like you get slimes in your deck and you get like burns in your deck and stuff like that. He's gonna put a poo in my deck because the game is classy like that. Just pulled it straight out of the butt, man. Didn't even try to have any class right there. Just straight out of the butt. Apparently it's the ball of poo, and it's now officially in our way. I'm going to stack up whatever defense I can right here because I know we're about to get smote. My Jimmy squad, though, whittling him down pretty good right now. If I get some upgraded Jimmies, like some, you know, Magnum Power Jimmies, that'd be even better. He's throwing a poo at me. All right, we'll stack up some powers and then just smack him because we don't have anything else going on anyways. All right, so he's going to do 21 damage and he's going to do 20 armor on himself. Give me another Jimmy out here. As many Jimmies as we can possibly hoard into this overall stack. There you go. So 1 damage is manageable. Dude, I thought he was going to stand up and go into a different phase or something like that. I got scared for a minute. I was like, why's he standing up on me, dude? He's so tall. Oh, you can only have 4 summons. Feels bad. I was so excited about having more summons, too. Well, either way, boss is super, super dead on that side. One thing I think the game could do a little bit better is that I feel like a lot of the impact noises and a lot of the sound design, so I like the soundtrack and like the backing music, but like when I'm hitting enemies, enemies are hitting me, it doesn't feel like it has a lot of weight behind it. It's usually just like very, very functional kind of like tick noises and stuff like that. I do think if they could get kind of like a, you know, you get kind of like a freeze frame when it impacts and then we'll like a watunk, you know, stuff like that that's got a little bit more impact to it. I do think that would make the game a little bit more satisfying when it comes to kind of exchanging attacks in between the player and the game itself. Remove all summons and deal 33 damage to every enemy per summon. That does seem like kind of where we're going with this, isn't it? The Maestro's Flared Pants. Yeah, dude, why not? It's either that or we can get a big boy cutlass over here. I think I'm going to go with the Maestro Pants. I think we get an artifact for killing the boss, too. So we have Balthazar Easton's Anchor. Start the game with 5 power. We've got Beelzebub's Wing. That'll give us 5 more HP. And then we have a War Trophy. Attack plus 5, 10% chance. Your offense cards will hit you instead. Yeah, I don't love that. That seems like it might backfire on me. I'm going to go with the Anchor. The 5 power seems kind of nice. Alright, so we got 14 rooms to resolve until we arrive at the next boss. We'll just throw down. Let's just go through a door here and see what we've got going for us. All the skeletons in the world. What's that awful rotten smell? Seems like I'm in a new area. There's no end to these doors, is there? Yeah, it certainly looks like it. We are about to get smotatized. It's about to be filthy up in here. 51 damage in 1 turn. Yikes. Alright, well at least I've got my flared pants on. If it wasn't for the flared pants, I'd feel very, very nervous about this situation. Alright, so we've got Jimmys around here. It looks like they're all going in to attack me again. I'm going to suggest we get the Jimmys rolling. Like, I think the real problem with this deck is that it's kind of like a minigun deck that I've built so far, where it takes it a while to get up to speed, and during that time, you're just getting absolutely shit on. But if you can get it up to speed, you can basically just turtle every single turn and not even worry about it. We're about to get 8 alive on this turn. I suppose I did have dice to play right there. But, you know, I'm feeling a little bit slow. This is actually my first recording. I just came back from having the stomach flu for 2 or 3 days. So this is my first recording after like 2 days of laying in bed wishing for death. We've got 17 damage coming out right there. If it seems like I'm a little bit slow over the coming days, like, you know, that's my excuse, is that like I just got rocked by the flu monster. The stomach flu is no joke. I can't remember, like, I think I had the stomach flu when I was like 10 years old when I was a kid. And like, it's been so long that I didn't remember it. And man, the stomach flu is a no-joke disease. The stomach flu is pretty brutal. Pretty deeply unpleasant. Would not recommend. Yeah, we've got 25 damage going out right there. So that should be fine. I mean, I suppose I could run goodbye, my friends, right here. That'd be 99 damage to every enemy. There you go. That'll shut them down. We're left with one left for power, too, so I guess I'll throw that on out. It looks like power actually does get stronger as time goes along, too. Like, I was thinking it was 15% all the time, but it looks like the more stacks you have, the better off it does. This guy's sitting on 1 HP. But we actually took a pretty good beating right there. This game is called Doors of Insanity, and my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. I'll have something new for you tomorrow, but if you wanted to get this game for yourself, look down below. Don't really have a whole lot of complaints about it. I do think that the art design can be a little bit, like I said, you've got like the Adventure Quest character, you've got like the 1950s Looney Tunes Felix the Cat enemies that you're fighting up against, and then like on some of the in-between events as well, it's got like a completely different art style. And so anyways, it doesn't really have like a unified art style. It's a game that's like all over the place and random about everything. It is a game that does have kind of a sense of humor though, which I do appreciate. And so if you're looking for a card battler right about now, it might be worth checking out. I haven't really had any bugs. I haven't really had any crashes, and the game seems to play clean enough. It doesn't do a ton of stuff to sort of like differentiate itself from like Slay the Spire and some of the other card games out there, but maybe it's just the fact that I haven't gotten far enough in yet. Who knows? So anyways, my name is Splattercat. I'll see y'all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Y'all take care out there, and that's all I got for you today.